research is focused on understanding sustainability from the perspective of a designer, a graphic designer for now. Eventually that will expand to package design and eventually product design. You know, it'll get bigger over time, but for now, since graphic design is my expertise, that's what I'm focusing on. My interest is in getting environmental data or environmental impact data into the hands of graphic designers at the beginning of the design process. Because if we understand what those impacts are while we're coming up with the creative ideas, we can plan better for the future of that piece or that project, whatever that is. And I think it just makes sense to have that understanding, because a lot of times we're trained to just produce something great, something beautiful, something functional, and put it out there, or do as the client asks, and then that's it, we move on to the next thing. But I think it's a lot bigger than that, and we need to understand what those impacts are. My thesis has kind of evolved. It started off as just this tool concept. So can I build a tool, maybe it's a website, maybe it's a software, I don't know. Can I build a tool where designers can go and plug in their project information and then get this resulting visualization of their impacts? Now my thesis focus has evolved into more of a, like a journey map for creatives at different levels. So I think it's really important now to understand the impacts or the process that someone would have to go through depending on where they're starting to get to be a more sustainable designer. So if you're a student, what does that process look like? You know, is it taking more classes focused on sustainability? Is it finding a mentor once you've graduated, right? If it's a designer who's been in the business for 20 years and you know nothing about sustainability, like how do you figure that out? It's very intimidating, right? It's a lot of information. So I think it'll have a big impact because it's going to map out that journey so that at each level, even if you're like C-suite, like a CEO, you can figure out, you know, what are the steps that I need to take to get to be more sustainable and to have a more sustainable practice. So I think it can affect a lot of different levels. I hope it can.